Okay. So today we have a very special ration. This is a Russian ration. This is a very rare and large Russian ration. This particular one is a ration for small teams. And let's see if we get up here and hit it with the translator. And essentially it says, this is a meat ration for small teams, RPMK. And it has all kinds of stuff in it. Can we find a date on it? Yes, we can. We have a production of 2/2/2020 and the expiration of 12/17/2021. Okay, get your trusty knife out. A lot of you guys are happy to see me use this knife again. Let's cut this open. Be careful not to cut through anything. And here is our ration. I'm going to spin around so you can see a little better. And to start with, the top is full of condiments, including powdered milk, pepper, salt, sugar packets, coffee, tea, and many packs of the apple butter. Okay, so let's start dissecting this. This thing is a massive, massive ration. I'm going to turn the little screen so I could see what's going on, because we're so big that we're going to get out of the shot. First of all, here's the whole shelf. And look at that. Isn't that a crazy, crazy sight? So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 packs of crackers. And it looks like none of them are broken, except for the very end. Took the brunt of the hit here. We're gonna unpack it all. We're gonna get rid of this box so we kind of see a little better what's going on. There's the rest of those. Okay, so this one translates to butter, creamy butter. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 butters. So this ration is designed basically to feed 6 men, right? We have, this is our zucchini vegetable caviar. 6 of those. We're just going to stack everything up here. Holy cow. And then this should be the cheese. Can sterilize. You got cheese? Say cheese. Oh, it's cheese. It's not doing it. We have 3 cans of cheese. I wonder why only 3 cans of cheese. If this is actually butter, we're going to find out. No doubt. We have another partition to this. Let me get this back here out of the way. And here we have 2 large bags of the breakfast rice. This is like a rice with like powdered milk, sugar, and we'll have to open up and see, but I think that should be all these have in. We've had these before in small packs. We have, come on Google Translate, shredded beef. 3, 4, 5, 6 cans of shredded beef. This is the pea soup with meat and greens. The pea soup. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. I'm gonna need a bigger table time we're done with all this. Beef with vegetables. So we have 1, 2, 3 of those. Yep, 3 of those. Here we have some kasha. buckwheat kasha with beef. 3 of those. And here we have some more kasha with beef. This is rice. Okay. We have buckwheat, then we have rice. 3 of each one of these mains. Beef, peas, and onions. Oh, you guys know I love onions. So there's that. In the bottom of the box, we have a straight coffee, and we have can openers. These are interesting can openers. There is something that leaked in there. See that? Whether it came out of this or not, I don't know. I'll chuck that box back there somewhere. These can openers don't fold. It's just a stamped piece of metal. You can see there. Bring you a little closer. We're zoomed pretty far out. Look at that. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. Interesting. Okay, let's rearrange all this stuff. We'll get the Esbit stoves out and see if we can't make this happen. Okay, so a few things here. We kind of tested all these just by squeezing them. You can tell which ones are still sealed. We've seen the leak in the box. This one has a tiny little hole in it. This one needs to go off to the side. We cannot eat that. Even though, like I was telling Philip, it probably happened in shipping. This one did not happen in shipping. This one has holes. Well, it could have. Could be holes from the can openers. All right. It has 3 or 4 little holes in there and it's dry and there was no air in it. So those 2 need to be disposed of for sure. So before we do anything else, the whole table's full of stuff. You see that? Yeah, you can see it. It's like a lot, all right? A lot. Let me get this out of here just so I can move. And we'll check. Oh. Yep. Okay, 3 of them got punctured. I think it's from the can openers. I really do. And luckily, it was only, what, 1? It was 1 of each of the mains. So that one's good. That one's good. So let's dissect this. This is powdered milk. I'm 99% sure. Let's go ahead and evaluate this. Drink milk dry. Okay. I got 2, 3, 4. It's going to be 6. Then we got 6 packs of that. We got all these tea bags. Get a lot more than 6 tea bags. There's our little packing list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tea bags. 2, 3, 4, 5, up 12 tea bags. 6 coffees. We have a ton of sugar, a ton of salts. Here's our missing one of those. We have black pepper packets scattered all in here. And that's going to be it. So we'll be right back. We're going to shift some of the stuff around, start heating stuff up. Okay. This is a lot of food. Set that over there before that falls over. So we just kind of put everything in the backdrop. We separated a few things. Let me get a box of crackers over here. We have no silverware, but we have repercussions and stuff for that. We have 4 mains, butter cheese, beef or pea soup, vegetable caviar, milk, tea, coffee, and apple butter. So without any further ado, we got a new rock. A lot of you guys say, go get a rock, use a rock. We have some Italian Esbit stoves. And we're going to use French tablets because the French tablets aren't as potent, aren't as quite as strong as some of the other ones. A little bit of that. We got some Russian matches here. None of this came in the kit, by the way. Windproof, waterproof. Damn. I think the match might be smokier than the Nesbit stove. Will it light both of them? Sounds like it lit a bottle rocket. Did it light it? Survey says yes, it did. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a few things here. We're going to go and heat up the beef, the peas, and the onions. Everybody knows I hate onions. The joke earlier was total sarcasm. And let's go and open this up. It doesn't look like much. It never does. I mean, you know, anything meat always looks like dog food. Yeah. That's got onions in it. Take a smell of that.
Yep.
No question, huh?
Not bad.
Okay, let's start off with this. Woo! And then let's do a little bit of kasha. This was the rice kasha. I'm only going to say this one time. If any of you guys need this stuff, if you're a reviewer and you get hit stuff taken and you need some of these mains, let me know. I go in here, chuck that on there, let that heat up. We'll be right back. Okay, so we got a little problem. We got to figure out how to get this off of here. I would say this is done. It's starting to boil over a little bit. I feel like if I just go in here and grab that, it might be a mistake. Nope. We got her. We got her. And then let's go ahead and throw another one on there. We still got a half a fuel tab left. See, the problem is you got to bend these up on these soft packs. Like the hard French ones are a lot easier to do and a lot more stable apparently because they don't get broken open. So let's go ahead and blast. This is buckwheat kasha. Blast that on there. This other one is also ready to take off. I think I could just do this. It's hot, real hot. So let's do that. Put those over here. And let's get the last one on here. Quite the ration heating operation here. This one is the beef and vegetables. It doesn't smell like much at all until it heats up. That one's got full of carrots. It has almost like a tinny smell to it.
Yeah, tomato. It's pretty good.
It seems like any time you put tomatoes, oh boy. Anytime you put tomatoes in a metal can, there's always problems. This thing is just geysering grease out. Go in here and try to stir this up just a smidge. Unless you're outside, it's so hard to use Nesbit stoves. Because if you're outside and you knock it over, it's not really that big of a deal, I would say. You know, if you knock the stove over. But in here, you knock the tablet off the stove, it's going to be a big deal. So this guy here is starting to heat up. Do a little something like that. And we'll keep going. Let's keep going in here. Oh, man.
Uh-oh.
Kind of stuck to it a little bit. I think we're ready to start. Yeah. Philip, grab your spoon. All lights are in the way. And this is kasha with rice. So this is essentially beef and rice, right? It's hot, so be careful. It's actually very good. It does have, I think the smokiness is coming from the Esbit stove. I think cooking that on there, but you definitely don't need any salt with it. You can tell it's definitely salty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Just like a, you can see here. Let me grab this. Very nice. Actually, a lot better flavor than a lot of the stuff I had in the past.
Yeah, smoky flavor.
Mm-hmm. So, let's try the next one. Oh, the next one. We're just hitting right into it. This is the beef with onions and peas.
All the onions.
Yep. For my preferences, just get it over with. I'm not taking a lot. You guys call me a wussy, whatever you want. I've had this before, and it is a straight out onion souffle. If you like onions, that's fine. Oh man. So you see the peas in it. Nope. 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 Okay. So somebody that likes onions, what do you got to say about this?
I don't think it's too bad at all.
Okay. Well,
You can
you're sick.
You can
So.
taste the veggies. It's pretty good.
Okay. Well, we'll chuck that over here.
Definitely mix it with the rice one. You don't want that by itself, I would say.
Too strong by itself.
Yeah.
This one didn't heat up too much. It's kind of dying down, but it's still going a little bit. This was the beef with vegetables. Just take a... It looks very watery. And like you said, you could probably pour some of these together. You see? This has... It's essentially Russian beef stew. This piece of carrots has a piece of green pepper with the beef. Has green beans in it. It actually tastes very fresh. It tastes very like garden fresh. Like some of the French stuff I get, you kind of taste. It's not that it has lemon juice in it, but it does have like a fresh kind of garden taste to it.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by looking at it, you wouldn't think that'd be the case.
It looks way worse than it tastes.
Yeah, it looks like somebody's already eaten it once,
Yeah.
and we're eating it for the second time. But it wasn't that way.
Yep.
Actually, very nice.
Not bad at all.
The next one is buckwheat kasha. And buckwheat kasha, if this stuff starts getting old, it gets that perfumey kind of taste to it. This didn't look like it was old at all. And this is beef. So let's take a look here. And take a smell. That's hot. Now, that is actually some very high quality buckwheat kasha. Buckwheat's a grain. We don't eat it here in the States, really. I don't know what it's almost like a barley type grain.
Mm-hmm.
One thing about the Esbit stove, it makes the salt come out in it.
Right.
But it gives everything a nice flavor. Because it's basically like frying something in a skillet at that point.
Yeah, basically. It's pretty good.
It's not dry.
Right.
But you can taste a little bit of the aftertaste. There was actually a big chunk of beef in the bottom. You can taste the aftertaste of it. It's just a little bit different grain than what you're used to. The meat is really nice in it. You can see here, there's a piece of meat right there, how pink it is. It's not pink, it's like cured. You want to try a piece of the meat?
Yeah.
But to commend Philip for actually trying stuff. Be careful, that's like
Yeah,
crazy
that's
hot.
steaming.
Let that cool off for a minute for sure. There you go. And then while he's doing that, let's go and open up one of these. I'm going to shift this back just a hair. I'll tell you what, before we do this, let's do these drinks. If we'll stop the camera for a minute, we'll get that going. That stuff is actually very good. Usually it's very dry and harsh, but that's actually like really nice.
Yeah.
But if you go to Russia right now, and we totally forgot to heat up our soup here, so we got our little stove out. This won't fit on these; it's too small. Let's open this up, and while we're making the drinks and stuff, we're gonna let this heat up. That's really not what I thought it was gonna be. It doesn't smell really like anything. We'll let Philip smell it once.
Not much.
I was like, no smell at all. Is it made to be eaten hot or cold? I'm sure it's made to be eaten hot.
I would think so.
Let's go and light up one more of these Esbit tablets. Whoa. Almost broken. Put a couple little pieces. Those things stink so bad. So bad. I think the match is the smokiest thing in the whole operation. I'll make sure that catches. It did catch. I could already see it. We're going to set that bad boy right there. Are we lit? Yes, sir. We'll let that heat up. Okay. Let's start off with our tea and our coffee. 2 mugs. We're going to shift maybe this over a little bit. How are we looking in the shot there? I do see one problem. It's going to catch the paper on fire. Maybe it'll be all right. Maybe it won't. We'll see. The coffee. There we go. There we go. Have our coffee designated coffee pourer. Pour that down for us. It's working. Tea bag. Grab the water. And our pea soup is already boiling. We won't be able to leave that on there very long. We have a couple more things to do here. We have no cold drinks in here. Yep. Like I was saying, it had no cold drinks at all in this ration. We're going to put that over there. And here is our milk. How much we supposed to put in there, I really don't know. Don't really have a measurement. I think it's kind of whatever you want at this point. I'll put some of this in here. About half of it. Put that off to the side. You can see it kind of has a yellowish tint to it. It almost smells like butter.
Yep.
And some of this Russian milk almost has like a sweetener in it. Some of them don't. I don't know which one this one is. We're gonna grab another spoon here. We're gonna stir it up. Oh, there's a fork. It's close enough, huh? Got some lumps on it.
Lumpy.
Let's stir that up. Let that off to the side for a second. What's going on over here with our pea soup? It's raging. We'll let that go. Let's go ahead and we got enough water fill it for this. We won't fix a lot of this. This is actually really good stuff. This is the breakfast. This is not the, this is actually, I think this is not the breakfast stuff. I think this has a little piece of vegetable in it. We have to put some water in there. And we're going to see. That's good. I think this is more like a soup, to be honest with you. Stir that up. Let's grab one more of these. We're just right in front of the camera. We'll let that do its thing. We'll come back here in a few minutes. So we just took the pea soup off. It was too risky to try to stir it on the stove. It's definitely hot. Now this should be pretty good stuff. I've had this before, but there's a variant of it. You can see the yellow peas in it with the chunks of carrots and things like that. It still don't smell like much. Yeah, that's the stuff. A little bit salty, beefy. You know, if you ever had yellow peas, people in the States don't eat yellow peas a lot. Everything's green peas. Yellow peas are very mild. We'll let Philip taste some of this. I don't know if you got a fork or spoon or something. It's almost sweet, but still salty. Not really hot at all. It's just warm. But it's just very mild. It's not anything crazy. Actually, I'm kind of into that. I don't know what it is about it.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Damn, look at that stuff. So is this their breakfast? Or is it not? I thought this was the milk rice. But it has like green in it. Not dehydrated enough. Put some more water in it. It's not the breakfast. That's like a seasoned rice kind of. There's a little more, not much. Oh, yeah, it's plenty. So both these are the same. It's both like a seasoned rice. You know what you could do? You could mix that up. Like, see how much liquid's in there? Now watch what we're going to do. We're going to set it back here. Come back to it in a little bit. And it'll suck all that up again. If you had enough water, you could mix that up and you could add this other stuff to it as you wanted.
Yeah.
Probably how it's intended. Let's go ahead and open this guy up. This is what you call the bare minimum can opener. Oh my God. Hold on. Hold on. Let's use our Australian can opener. It's a little bit more so this translated to beef, but I think this was a red beans. If I remember right. And by the looks of it. So this is what I think it is. It's like a seasoned red bean. Like a red bean, not stew, but like a salad. No, it is meat. So, I'm not familiar with this one at all. I'll grab one of these forks to get this out. So this is like it's like a luncheon meat type. Yeah. So it's like lunch meat, but real,
Right.
not like bits and pieces. Wow. Take a whiff of that.
Yep.
A little bit salty. That's actually a very nice addition. So, kind of like the French rations had the deer meat, the venison with the stuff on it. This is kind of like that.
Right. Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Wow. It's actually, whatever they put on, it's actually really nice. Really good. Okay, so Philip said this is maybe not with him. Texture is a little off, he said. But for me, it wasn't bad. It really was a different deal. Now, there's one thing I'm curious to see what this is. This is the one that translated to butter. So is this straight out butter? It looks like cheese, right? But is it? No. It's butter.
What's butter?
It is straight butter.
Straight butter.
So probably what we're supposed to do here is probably open one of these up. The knife isn't really what we need for this, or the fork. Probably supposed to open that up, put a little bit of that on there. Let's, I don't want to reach that back in there. Let's do this. Probably supposed to put a little bit of this on here, or you could also do the same thing with the apple butter. And probably something like that, I would say. My crunch is really loud in the microphone. So if you don't like that, turn the video off. I'm joking. Kara, I think, is the one that always said something about that. Let's see. We're going to rip this out of here. As all of you know, well, the trash can's even at. There we go. If a tea bag sits in there too long, it definitely ruins it. Definitely. Don't throw it in the top box, throw it right in the can. We'll display that box. So let's take a drink of this tea. Philip doesn't really like tea that much, so he's not really missing out. We're going to make him drink. We're going to force him to drink the coffee here in a minute. A Russian tea it's not like your average tea. It's very mild, as long as you take that bag out in time. Philip's going to drink the coffee. You want to show him, Philip? Almost looks like there's oil on top of it.
Tasty.
Let's move on to our cheese, processed cheese.
Yeah, it's coffee. I don't know what to say, Nathan. Every time we do these,
I mean, the only difference in coffee I noticed is whether it's freeze dried or instant.
Right.
The instant's so acidic and so rough.
Mm-hmm.
Or freeze dried's not. This is my spoon. I'm getting everything all jacked up here. Let's grab one of these. So this is the processed cheese. This is the best variant. We'll let Philip try some of that over there. And, if you wanted to get all out, you could butter your biscuits. Mm-hmm. You could put your meat on there, a little bit of cheese, or you could put cheese in one of the other dishes. It's so nice and creamy and light.
Yeah.
But
That was good.
it's not the French cheese.
No, it's not.
It's just not. This is more like what we call like either like a mix, like a super ultra mild cheddar.
Mm-hmm.
I would say.
Reminds me of Sprite cheese, like in a can.
What we call American cheese, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
there's no bite after it.
pretty smooth.
Yeah. And the last one we have here is we gotta be careful with this. This baby's gonna squirt me right in the eye. This is our vegetable caviar. And there's many variants. This one is zucchini, tomato. I'm going to let you smell this. It's probably nothing like you ever smelled before. And
it's topping.
what does that smell like to you?
I don't even know.
You pick up maybe a little bit of like spaghetti sauce kind of smell to it, or is there mine just something wrong with me?
Yeah, a little bit of spaghetti sauce.
Yeah. So a lot of times what people do with this, and you have to try it. Well, here we're going to set you up. There you go. Stick your nose in it. Take a little taste to start with, just this. And there's different variants of this. Okay. Just straight vegetables, right? Now,
Right.
take a little bit of that and take a little bit of the rice together.
Okay.
And this is what the stuff's supposed to be done. How it's supposed to be done. It brings something else to rice, kasha, and different mains. It really does.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not what you think.
Mm.
You know, it's totally different what a person would initially think.
When you combo it together, it's just totally different.
Yep. I'll do the same thing. There we go. It just completes the meal.
Yeah.
It's like, it turns it from just being a meat dish to almost like a extravagant stew with vegetables in it.
Yeah. More complete.
Yep. The taste of that is nothing like you've ever had before, I promise you. And the look at it almost looks like pumpkin. And actually, we had some of these before that was a carrot based, some that were there's zucchini based. There's variants of it. This is probably one of the better ones because it's not as runny and it's not weird in any way. So let's go back to this. See, it sucked all that water up. Oh, Philip's saying hold it in front of the camera. I see how that works. Take a bite of this. I mean, you could eat that for breakfast. It's just not the milk rice that we're used to.
Yeah.
It has a vegetable
Yeah. It's plant-based.
soup mix, dry seasoning on it, kind of.
Yep.
I'm pretty accurate.
It needs something else.
Yeah.
I would definitely mix it with
It's
something.
probably made to mix with stuff.
Yeah.
Let's keep moving on here. Let's get our pack of apple butter out. And let me see. Go grab us another handful of these plastic spoons up there, buddy.
Yeah.
Knife's getting dull quickly. It doesn't take a lot of cutting plastic, cardboard, and tape to dull a knife up, that's for sure. Let's see if we can just squidge some out of here. I mean, it kind of looks like a turd, you know, to be honest, but it definitely doesn't taste that way. Let me click on that. It's not in focus. There you go. All right. Let's chuck them over there for right now. Philip's got his first taste. Get your cracker out of here.
How rough are these crackers?
Oh, they're not bad.
Okay.
No, they're not bad at all. You ever had apple butter?
Yeah.
Okay. This is essentially, you can see here, I'll show them in the camera, like applesauce that's cooked down and almost condensed to a tart / sweet spread. I'm sure they put other spices and stuff in it too. And a lot of the guys love this. I'm sure there's people that don't.
Oh, good.
But it's just like a spread for your crackers. And we have a whole pile of them, which is pretty nice. Okay, so Philip liked the apple butter. Let's go ahead and try the milk. It's still pretty hot. You ever had hot milk? Warm milk?
I'm sure it's good.
There you go. You have to drink all that or you can't leave here. So, it's not very sweet.
Yeah.
It's like the wholest whole milk you could ever ask for.
Yeah.
And almost thick, I would say. You can definitely taste the cow on that one.
Yeah. That's not a bad thing.
But if you're out in the field, you'd be glad to have that, I'm sure.
That'd be nice, yeah.
And you could also put it in your tea or in your coffee or anything like that. You probably could, if you had the sweet rice, you could mix it with this.
Right.
Wouldn't be good in this because it's like garden
Yeah.
rice. I mean, I guess you could. That's going to be it, guys. That is all for the big giant team ration. And I have to say, 3 things were damaged. Everything came through fine. No issues at all. I really couldn't be happier. That's going to be it, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back very soon. You see one problem, it's going to catch the paper on fire. There's going to be a problem. We'll let it go until it actually does. Things are going downhill quickly. Oh my god. Maybe it'll be alright. Maybe it won't.